Hello, my name is Lindsay, and I do not outwardly express emotion very often. I am an INTJ, and I have an introverted feeling function, which is third in my stack, which means it is suppressed by two very bossy other functions. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome and hello. Today's video is for those of us who do not have an extroverted feeling function anywhere in their top 4 functions, and how that can come across as strange for some people and a little bit mysterious, especially if you're a female and you don't have extroverted feeling, how that could even be more curious to some people. So we're gonna get right into it. Here we go. All right, let's break down the separations between FI and FE in a relatively understandable way. FE will smile, laugh, or cry and express appropriate situational emotions based on the people and the world around them. FE wants you to feel emotionally at ease, usually, if they like you, and they want you to feel as though your values are being considered, and in general, they want you to be happy, of course, as long as they like you. However, this is different from FI because FI will only laugh if they are genuinely happy on the inside. FI will only smile if they're actually happy in their own internal world. They're not going to smile to make you happy. If you see me smiling on my videos, it's because usually I'm telling myself something really funny within my own head. And we will only cry if we find something that's actually very sad to us. I'm only gonna laugh if something is very funny to me. I'm not gonna give you a courtesy laugh, so you never have to worry. If you're doing comedy, I'm gonna be one of your best critics. So basically, FI has zero obligation to express any of these emotions according to the needs of the outside world. We are only responsible to answer to our inside world in terms of the emotional spectrum, compared to how FE is obligated to express itself in terms of how it relates to what's happening in the situation and the outside world. FI is very aware of its own internal environment and its own internal state of emotions, but it is relatively out of touch with yours. And this doesn't mean we want the people close to us to be unhappy or that we just don't care. However, our extroverted responsibility comes in through TE because that is the coin of our FI. And so that means finding a solution to fix that person's unhappiness or a solution to make a situation better. So that is how we engage with the extroverted world, is through solving. It is not through emoting or just FEing better. All right, so why is this weird to the random muggles, okay? Why does this disturb them sometimes? Well, not having an FE function in the top 4 simply means that you are slightly harder to read emotionally. Not always. People with FI can be very expressive, but it's according to their own need to express emotion. FI in general has no need to share anything with anyone if it does not want to. Am I happy? Sad? In love? You may never know. And for me personally, since my FI is bossed down by my very strong NT functions, sometimes I don't even know how I feel about a situation. Like sometimes I'll go through life and I'll be experiencing things and be like, was I sad? Did that make me happy? Am I happy now? I don't know. And it takes a while to really process what's going on within my own FI to be like, oh yeah, that's what's happening. You know, so sometimes if you're confused, we're probably also confused, if you're at least an INTJ. And people with FE, they're really good at the care and just taking charge of the emotional temperature of a room, making sure everyone's happy, everyone's feeling good. And with FI, that is not our obligation, not our chair, not our problem. That's what I always say. All right, so what can you do with this knowledge if you are close to someone who is FI instead of FE? Maybe they're confusing you a little bit in life. Maybe you're like, where are we at? I don't know. This person is very confusing. I gotcha. You need to understand that we may not always know how we feel about things, and that's okay. We will share our very deep emotional world with you, sometimes in a very simple way, but when the time is right, if we choose to do so. If your FI user has this function close to the bottom of their stack, they may not know how they feel about something for a long time, and they may never express it to you. And that is okay. If your FI user has that FI low in their stack, sometimes figuring out their emotional state or personal values will take a really long time, or they may never come to terms with them at all, and that's okay. Don't demand of the FI's emotional communication or expression, but you can create an environment that if they choose to let those things come out, it feels safe, it feels like they have permission to do so, and that it's just an okay environment for them to let their inner world be free in the very scary outer world. If you do not do this, there's a good chance that we will retract into our shells and scurry away on the ocean floor somewhere. So good luck when that happens. All right, guys, this is me laughing for myself, for my own FI. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it brought you into understanding a little bit about the FI. For me personally, I very much admire FE. I try to learn more about it, how I can use it as a tool, how I can simulate it through using my own functions. I find it very fascinating. FI is very deeply personal in our world for me, and it's not something I get out there very often. I mean, you guys know that I am not up here talking about how I feel about things in my emotional state. It's just not what I do, but it's an important function. It has meaning, as do you and all of your functions. So if you like this video, there's a link on it down below. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I feel like I'm saying this all in the wrong order, but that's cool. I'll meet you in the comments below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.